In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. And once again, we're building the perfect lineup. Contact and defense is where we're going to be. All right. So, again, guys, this whole entire thing is just kind of give you an idea based off a certain category scenario, which players are the best. It doesn't mean to stack your lineup this whole entire way. Go out there, balance it out, or even go put your own math formula in. Um, so my math formula kind of changed for how many lineups possibly, though. 21 pitchers over one. Obviously, you can only use one. 13 catchers over one times 36 infielders over four times 26 outfielders over three times nine. Smaller number than the last videos. I had to redo this and rethink it, but still a huge number. 15 quadrillion, 172 trillion, 291 billion, 854,720,000 possible lineups, and they all come from different ways. So there's no perfect way to get the best lineup possible. It really comes down to your skill, or if you're some of those people that sit there and say, it's just rigged, and stop playing, right? But again, how to kind of get the scenarios that we get, like quarterback rating, WAR, all these different things have certain weighted scales based off of importance of stat. So this is mine that I kind of came up with: contact times A plus power times B plus C times speed times C plus throwing times D plus fielding times E. Right? And in the very first video, offense heavy. Today, again, as you guys saw, we're going defense contact. So contact 0.3, power 0.1, speed 0.15. Not as important in this scenario. Throwing 0.25, fielding 0.20. All right, so we're focused on that. Once again, we're going to use Shotaro as our, just our stand-in pitcher. We're not doing pitchers, but again, he is the best offensive pitcher and the best pitcher combined. So not the best pitcher in my opinion, but best pitcher / offensive player in the game. So more fun to use them with these lineups. Again, as always, I did the math for you. Here is, once again, the contact defense scenario or equation, better yet. Contact times 0.3 plus power times 0.1 plus speed times 1.5 plus throwing times 0.25 plus fielding times 0.2. Okay, now here it is, the catcher ranking. Jessica, 199.25. Rose, 196.25. And Nia. So it was pretty good having those three up there for this scenario. Decent contact and, good defense overall. Ricky, as you guys can see in the ninth inning, he's going to be your better catcher overall. But, we're going to kind of go straight up this game right here real quick. So we're going to roll with her in this scenario. Okay. Infielders, top 10, Martina, Mickey, EG, and Jay Sung. All right, so Martina in the scenario, contact defense, 198.85, pretty solid. Mickey and EG. Again, those pretty good offensive players in the game. EG, solid. And then Jay Sung, you could put him at short or third base. Both of the scenarios work pretty well. If you want to put him at short, just put in Gina instead at short because she's better. And then EG, you put him at third. But again, he's better at third, so we're going to use Jay Sung in the scenario at third base. All right, so Kaya, again, if Kaya gets contact, she's the second best infielder in the game with this scenario with contact in defense, right? But look at number 20 with Jordan. His stats just as they are, 193, right? 193.2, not great. But he doesn't have any errors. So if you just kind of assume fielding is, say, 232, which is what Dexter's is, it jacks him up to 203.2, which makes him, in this scenario, the best defender. So if you're looking for defense and a little bit of offense, Jordan is your guy, right? So, I mean, you could put Jordan number one if you really wanted to in this scenario, but we kept him as the stats as it is, okay? But just make a note. Also, make a note, Barra, number 10. Look at that defense. You really want some defense and a number 9 hitter, he's the one. All right, so got some of the power hitters below there. Actually, Tulo was number 12. That was pretty insane. Guys, contact is so high. All right, Tom, again, hitting wise, he's going to drop. That power is not as important. So that's a big deal as we kind of go down. And again, guys, look at my more important Durant and Jack. They're not great in this contact. They had terrible contact. We did power defense, then I can rationalize them being where they're at, right? Okay. And then there's the bottom six there. Keep it going. Outfield. Annie, Ryan, Mark. Right. So Mark's first time where even his lower non-tied stats actually work in his favor, just barely over Clemens. So Clemens definitely is someone, if you want to use contact defensive statistic, he's not a bad player to use in that scenario. Even Max, right? If you need a solid defender, Max is good. Not a good offense, but Ray and Ren having the sisters there, putting them together, again, that boosts their offense somehow. There's not really any actual stat; it just does it, right? So that they can go up in this scenario with their contact for sure. Even Joe there is pretty nice. So let's go in and check it out real quick. Taro again, and we're going with Jessica at catcher, Martina at first base, lefty rights. Mickey second base, and Jason, we're going to use him at third, and EG at short. Like I said, if you want to use EG at third, which many people do, it's not a bad choice. Just put like Gina at short, right? Yeah, whatever way you want. Gina at second. I mean, it's really up to you guys. Left field, we're going to go with Annie, Mark right there in center, and Ryan in right, of course. So let's get the lineup set up. Okay, so Annie's leading off because she's, for me, a thorn in my side. The toughest leadoff batter, I think, the toughest out for me personally. All right. Mark is going to be two because we want to have someone on, and hopefully it's a tie game because Annie's typically not going to hit a leadoff home run for anybody, which is good. But all right. And then Mickey at batting third, decent, I mean, solid contact, decent power, followed by Shitaro with the power contact, so good cleanup hitter in this scenario. Jay Sung, right, third base, still has good contact and decent power, followed by Martina. Start the speed all over again, batting sixth. Jessica, good contact. I think it's a good 7 hole. EG, man, you could put EG up a little bit higher. 192 contact and 192 power. So he can be probably even, right where Jason is at if you really want to. Um, and then finally, Ryan batting last. Okay. So once again, guys, the whole point for these videos is really to just kind of give you an idea of what category works for what. Doesn't mean just put these 9 in your lineup and you go. Right? That's not what it means. It means after I get done with all these videos, you can kind of go in there and see which players work best, power contact, right? And then you kind of fiddle out with your lineup yourself. But you got to give certain scenarios of weighted numbers to kind of what do you want, right? We can do like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and you just get everyone's regular number, right? It doesn't really tell you what order is the best order in general. So you guys go out there, figure out what you want to do. And of course, as always, let me know what your thoughts are, right? And again, it's not meant to take it literal, but just give you an idea within defense and contact and whatever else I do, what could be potentially the best lineup. Thank you guys for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. We'll see you next time.